Yeah, Todd Archer did a little journalism here on Twitter with the quote about Tyler Smith. You know, when they drafted him, they called him a left side player. He's playing only left guard so far. We want to give him more pure guard reps just to get him comfortable. I think that's important and let him build a good foundation in there. Connor McGovern's been getting a lot of the reps. I suppose it's possible he's made a significant improvement and they want to ride him there. I don't know what it is, but I was kind of hoping for a little bit more excitement by now. And we're 3 days in, and they're talking about him like the developmental player that he might be. So that's where I'm at.
Kind of was hoping for plug and play. It still might happen. We got pads on Monday. We'll be out here for that and get to see that. And you know, we've asked players about the power which he plays with, and it's been pretty impressive that he's been able to show that. I think the thing that he struggles with is quickness. I think that he's got to learn how to play in balance. And when I mean in balance is that when they make a quick move on you, that you don't lunge and then get overextended and play over the tops of your feet.
Is that why he held in college?
Yeah, that the base gets wide, the hands get wide, and then you turn into a grabber because you're off balance. Mm-hmm. And so, you know, that's the things that he struggled with that initial quick move, and it happens really quick when you play that guard because it's right there. You know, those tackles, especially those three techniques that play on your outside shoulder, they get up the field in a hurry. But with him, yeah, and I noticed today too, they put McGovern at right guard too. So to get Tyler Smith on the field at left guard, they moved McGovern over to the right side, and he got some work in place of Zach Martin over there.
Yeah. During the OTAs and stuff, they were doing the 60-40 thing, as Mike McCarthy talked about, where he's playing mostly guard, but getting a good chunk of reps in at left tackle as well. Now they're kind of just keeping him there at the guard spot, and I think he's already better than Connor McGovern is on the left side.
I don't think it's a conversation. I really don't. I think that he is far and away better than Connor McGovern. I think it's clear and evident. And I think the beauty with Tyler Smith is, yes, of course, he's a project, and he's developmental. There's no doubt.
But all his issues are fixable.
He's shown that he's coachable.
Yeah.
Right? I think we've seen the strides that he's made since the Cowboys have drafted him to today, and every time we get to see him, he's getting better and he's improving. And it's the opposite to the issues that you were dealing with a year ago, where it was power players that would completely collapse the inside of the pocket and get in Dak Prescott's face. He's not going to have that problem, and I think that will help with the trust of your quarterback with who's blocking in front of him, and that was an issue with McGovern or Connor Williams blocking in front of him last year.
Yeah, I hear you. Maybe my hopes are too high, Brian. I just remember when Travis and Zach and Tyron were rookies, what it looks like when a guy is going to step in here and have a Pro Bowl, All-Pro, Hall of Fame type of career.
Well,
and I suppose it's still possible, right? You can develop into that, but this is, I think, a missed opportunity for a guy who's going to help you in year one, because the way for success is for this team is to have Tyron healthy and Tyler be on the all-rookie team. If that happens, they're going to be able to run the football really, really well, and I'm not thinking right now. Now, maybe when they put the pads on, the strength will come out a little bit more.
That's what, I mean, you do see the only issues I've seen from him is that quick initial move, and because he's really anxious about getting his hands on you because he knows. And heck, when we were talking with Micah Parsons, he said you don't want him to get your hands on him. I mean, that's like death sentence right there. So, yeah, I think with the pads, we'll see. And, he might be getting a little bit used to his new body type a little bit.
He looks
too.
incredible, man.
Yeah, I mean, he does look like, there's not any fat on this guy at all. So, I'm going to say when you get the pads on, we'll see how those offensive linemen play.
He's got the mental makeup as well. We know about the physical tools, and that's what they drafted him on because he did, from a technique standpoint, this is a very, very raw guy, but he has all the physical tools, and then he's developed it with the mental side of things. Like, this dude's committed. He's doing these O-line mastermind camps. He's throughout the offseason, like, he's working with all the best dudes around the league. He's already mentioned Tyron and Zach as being hugely helpful for him. And remember, he's a young guy. I think he just turned 21. I think the learning curve for him could be a little bit longer than what it was for a Zach Martin or a Tyron Smith. Those guys are coming out of the gates. They played at USC. They played at Notre Dame. They're used to a different level of competition to where you're playing at Tulsa, man. I mean, the level of competition.
I don't want to
poop on Tulsa. We got no coaching, and now he's going up against Michael Parsons. Osa Digizou. He's going against real talent.
It's fair.
I mean, come on.
It's very, very fair. No question about it. I don't disagree with that point. And we are spoiled with these first-round picks that have come in here and been absolutely fantastic. So in fairness, maybe we should pull back the expectation, but I don't think that him starting and being an upgrade over what the Cowboys had there at that position last year is something that we shouldn't expect.
The mistakes he makes are not terminal. I mean, it's not. I mean, if he was out there and every snap was just a fight where he wasn't winning, then I'd be sounding the horn right with you, General. But to me, it's like, he's gonna struggle, and that's just that quickness. You got to watch the quickness with him there.
Yeah, I guess McGovern being out there as well. We're in practice 3
now.
That
surprises me.
If McGovern's still there next week, we got to revisit this, right?
I tell you what, that's the thing that surprises me, because I thought that McGovern was basically, okay, he's going to be a backup and he is going to be a fullback guy, and because he went from starting games last season to getting pulled, and now he's back into that mix of.
Philbin must like him.
Yeah, that wasn't the case.
That wasn't the case.
You talk to the scouts. The scouts are like, they were fighting him about him and Philbin and the problems that they had, because Philbin didn't draft the kid. That was a big issue.
It doesn't make any sense to me, other than if it's just you are philosophically, this is how you treat your rookies, and you want to make sure that they feel like they're having to earn it and stuff like that. Because for the life of me, I can't understand why you wouldn't be giving every opportunity to Tyler Smith out there so that he can get just develop as quickly as possible.